Welcome, everybody, to the Mucky Duck, and those of y'all watching from home or wherever you are, I'm Monte Warden. My love was true right from the start. I fell for you, and I gave my heart. You took my love, tossed it away. I gave enough, so starting today, you won't haunt my dreams, you won't mean anything. I'll be the one I was before. I'm moving on and closing the door. It hurts too much to love you anymore. Been wasting time since you've been gone. Spent my nights crying over what went wrong. But through every tear, well, I thought somehow you'd come back here. But that's over now. You won't haunt my dreams, you won't mean anything. I'll be the one I was before. I'm moving on and closing the door. It hurts too much to love you anymore. Closing the door. It hurts too much to love you anymore. It hurts too much to love you anymore. It hurts too much to love you anymore. Thank you. Oh, awesome. Real applause. That's fantastic. No, I mean, because really I've been doing this since I was 14, and you get used to, by the grace of God, you get used to hearing applause. And then and then when everything went away and we were blessed to be able to do live streams from the house, but, I do them there with my wife and our son, and a 17-year-old rarely claps for anything his dad does, so I'll tell you that. Anyway, and welcome, those of y'all watching. Thank you so much for tuning in. The Mucky Duck here in Houston has been incredible for musicians during this whole mess we've all been going through, and have kept live music going. And so y'all's patronage on the Venmo and the PayPal is much appreciated. But more than anything, I want to thank Rusty and Teresa here at the Mucky Duck for still having live music. I'm going to do a bunch of songs tonight. These are all songs I've written, either with my group, for my group, the Wagoneers, or my project, The Dangerous Few. Or I've been real blessed over the years. Well, period. I've been real blessed over the years, but I've been real blessed over the years to have written several hits for some big names, and so I'll be doing those songs. So you might not know who the writer was, but you go, oh, I know that tune. So here's the tune, actually, because today's the first. Is today the first day of spring? Is that right? Tomorrow is. Well, I'm not here tomorrow, so we're Today is. Okay, well, good. So I'm going to do this song that my wife Brandy and I wrote with multi-Grammy winner, legendary piano player Floyd Domino. Floyd is founding member of Asleep at the Wheel. He played with Waylon Jennings, Merle Haggard, and just an incredible long list of luminaries in the business. But we wrote this song about the Bluebonnet. So this song's called Hey Bluebonnet, and this being so close to springtime, it's a fun song to bring out. Here we go. Hey Bluebonnet, how you been? Feels like forever since I seen your friend. Hey Bluebonnet, how'd it do? I know you anywhere in that shade of blue. Hey Bluebonnet, don't be shy. Won't you put a little face up to the sky? Hey Bluebonnet, do your thing, telling all of Texas of the coming spring. Let's swing. Hey Bluebonnet, won't you stay? Bluebonnet, gone by me, doggone it. Bluebonnet, hey Bluebonnet, must be great, being everybody's favorite in the Lone Star State. Hey Bluebonnet, what you know? I know you got it, but I hate to see you go. Hey Bluebonnet, what you say? You visit for a minute, then you're on your way. Hey Bluebonnet, see you round the next time you're up from the underground. Hey Bluebonnet, won't you stay? Bluebonnet, gone by me, doggone it. Bluebonnet. Hey, 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 Bluebonnet, won't you stay? Bluebonnet, gone by me, doggone it. Bluebonnet, Bluebonnet. Thank you. Say that again? Amen. Oh my gosh. Right now I'll do a song that's off my new album, Monte Warden and the Dangerous Few. We started writing these songs. My wife and I started writing these songs about 5 or 6 years ago, just like a Frank Sinatra type vein or a jazz vein. And I put together this little band, and boy, the band's just fantastic. If you get a chance to hear the record, and if y'all hear. There's a wonderful way for y'all to get the record. It's right over there at the end of that hallway. There's CDs and T-shirts and actual vinyl for those of y'all that have a turntable, and all the prices are there. And we're just on the honor system here. You just put your money in the Cafe Bustelo or Venmo or PayPal or whatever. But anyway, the record did great. It went on the national charts. We couldn't believe it, and because what happened was. We were kind of locked into the record release, so the record was coming out June 18th, whether we wanted it to or not, and we found that virtually no one put out a record this past year, and so the critics had a lot of free time on their hands, which I guess if they'd hated the record, they could have gotten real creative with how ugly they thought it was, but they didn't. They loved it, and I guess so much was these big critics at big newspapers didn't have a lot of new music to write about, so they were able to write about this thing, and it got just incredible reviews, and it was just wild the way that went. I mean, a lot of that stuff happened over the past year. I mean, I will say, hands down, this is my favorite pandemic yet. so here's this song off the record. Yeah, kitty, kitty, I'll come out and play. Oh, you know it's in your nature to misbehave. Yeah, kitty, kitty, swish that tail. Oh, what a pretty little feline Jezebel. Be my smitten kitten, perfume vixen. You're the very definition what a tomcat wants. Here, kitty, kitty, come see what's new. Oh, you know the curiosity's killing you. Here, kitty, kitty, meeting me halfway. Oh, it'd sure be a pity if you went astray. Be my smitten kitten, perfume vixen. You're the very definition what a tomcat wants. Be my smitten kitten, perfume vixen. You're the very definition what a tomcat wants. The very definition what a tomcat wants. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Thank you. Once again, that's off the Monte Warden and the Dangerous Few album. My wife and I wrote that song. Brandy and I write most of the songs for the Dangerous Few together. And it's about the dirtiest song we got, you know, but if you know Brandy, that's not a surprise. She's a filthy woman, so that makes good sense. But, you know, when we wrote it, I sang it for our son. Bless his heart, he's a teenager. He's still just innocent enough. And I sang it for him, and he goes, "Gee, Daddy, I didn't think you liked cats." I know. So it's like the next 5 minutes, he'll be that innocent and precious and all that. I'm going to do a tune right now that got me in the music business. This was... I got my first publishing deal from this song and my first record deal from this song. When I was 18, I went up to Nashville to. I'd made enough noise in Austin to meet with some executives, and I was able to meet with the head of BMI, and I played him, I think, like 3 or 4 songs of mine. And I'm 18 years old, and he said, "Son, I'm gonna tell you the worst thing I can tell a songwriter is your songs are real good." He said, "If your songs were terrible, I'd tell you to go back to Texas and do something else. And if your songs were great, I would help you get further along in the business. But I can't tell you either one." He said, "So you go home to Texas and you write one great song and you come back up here and meet with me, and I promise I'll meet with you again. And if that's a great song, I will start opening some doors for you." And so I drove back home to Austin, and, you know, I'm 18. I can't write about my own experiences. I have none, you know. So I was thinking about Texas history, and I wrote this song about the Battle of the Alamo. It's called Stout and High, and within like just a few weeks, it's just weird. Everything kind of just, you know, snowballed. I was at the Alamo, and I was playing for Ann Richards and then Vice President George Bush, and before I knew it, this whole thing taking on a life of its own. But tonight I have some kinfolk with me that we're all descended from these. There were 7 members of our family that fought at the Battle of San Jacinto. Our family patriarch, a guy named Jesse Burdett, was there with 4 of his sons and 2 of his nephews. And you know, there weren't but 700 guys in the Texas Army, and there were 7 of them were us. So, I didn't know there'd be so much math involved. But anyway, so they're here tonight, and our kinfolk, though we weren't at the Alamo, we were at the Battle of Behar, which captured the Alamo from the Mexican Army. And then during the Battle of the Alamo, Sam Houston had us out looking for horses for the what they hoped would be a cavalry that did not yet exist. And then we were at San Jacinto. So for my family, here is Stout and High. They gave us all this land and promised a new start for we who tried and lost. Now they say they want it back, and take it back they will. They say at any cost. Come on, Santiana, give us your best try. Come on, Santiana, these walls are stout and high. One by one, day by day, the enemy floods the plains. There must be thousands out there. Colonel Travis talks of help. I hope it's coming soon. Help is our only prayer. Come on, Santiana, give us your best try. Come on, Santiana, these walls are stout and high. The Sunday dawn burned fiery red, Doghouse cut the air. Look out, boys, here they come. The more we kill, the more there are, the closer that they get. The louder beats the drum. Come on, Santiana, give us your best try. Come on, Santiana, these walls are stout and high. The fighting at the northern wall seems to have stopped. Did you see Travis fall? God save Texas and my kids, have mercy on my soul. Great God, they're in the walls. Come on, Santiana, give us your best try. Come on, Santiana, these walls are stout and high. These walls are stout and high. Thank you. Thank you. That song is like one of my best friends. That song has always been so good to me. I'm going to do a song now. I got a request for it. I'm pointing to my phone. I had a message come through from a fan that's watching this evening. Tom and his wife are watching this evening, and they wanted me to sing this song. It's called "Just to Hear Your Voice." It's a pretty little song, but boy, it's a sad number. So if you get to feeling bad, blame it on Tom and not on old Monty. But this song has been recorded a couple dozen times. It hadn't yet been a hit, but you know, I believe once a song has been recorded that many times, that doesn't happen unless the song's got a future ahead of it. So it hadn't been a hit yet, but I believe it probably will be. It was featured. And this used to be something cool, I could say. It was featured in a big old Kevin Spacey movie, but now you can't hardly say that anymore because because of what Kevin Spacey was wound up doing, you know. But I like to point out, he didn't put it in a home movie. He put it in a movie they put in the theaters. So here is one called Just to Hear Your Voice. I call you on the phone every night about this time. I've been feeling so alone. I hope that you don't mind. Don't you know your leaving has left me with no choice but to call you on the phone just to hear your voice. I don't see how you could know the way I'm missing you. I'm not sure I can let go, but believe me, I'm trying to. I call you on the phone every night about this time. I've been feeling so alone. I hope that you don't mind. Don't you know your leaving has left me with no choice but to call you on the phone just to hear your voice. I'm not over you enough to throw my dreams away. The problem is I love you a little more each day. I call you on the phone every night about this time. I've been feeling so alone. I hope that you don't mind. Don't you know your leaving has left me with no choice but to call you on the phone just to hear your voice. I call you on the phone just to hear your voice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Goodness, thank y'all. I'm gonna do a tune now. I'm gonna tune my guitar first. There we go. I'm gonna do a song now that it's another one that my group, the Wagoneers, do. Another song that Brandy and I wrote. Fun little rockabilly number. Those of y'all that are unfamiliar with the Wagoneers, we're just a straight up honky tonk group, and we were actually like, because we got together when I was 19, you know. We were one of the first, like, Americana bands or, you know, Texas country or whatever thing that is. Really, we're just a honky-tonk group, but because we were young and cute, they didn't know what to call us, so they just came up with a bunch of different names. But here's a little old rockabilly number that Wagoneers do. The name of this song is Doghouse Flowers. I came sneaking in about 4:30. Every light was on when she met me at the door. I said, baby, I'm sorry, I swear I'll quit. She was buying none of it. Now I know that every penny in my pocket is spoken for. I'm gonna send my baby some doghouse flowers. She's getting angrier by the hour. I've been here before. There ain't but one way out. Brother, never underestimate the power of the doghouse flower. I picked up the phone, I said, give me all you got. I'm on a first name basis down at the fire shop. If they get here by 10 by 11, she's in love again, all's forgiven and forgotten till the next time that I get called. I'm gonna send my baby some doghouse flowers. She's getting angrier by the hour. I've been here before, there ain't but one way out. Brother, never underestimate the power of the doghouse flower. I'm gonna send my baby some doghouse flowers. She's getting angrier by the hour. I've been here before, there ain't but one way out. Brother, never underestimate the power of the doghouse. Never underestimate the power of the doghouse. Never underestimate the power of the doghouse flower. Thank you. Thank you. So y'all like the ones with a beat to it, huh? Okay. That's what we'll do. Anyway, you know, I have a song list here, but not really a set list, so not really the order. So I think right now I'm going to do I'll do a song that I wrote with my dear pal, Bruce Robison. And, well, Bruce wrote very little of this song. No, I'm kidding. It's an awful thing to say. It's not true. Bruce is one of my best friends in the whole world, my whole life. He and I have known each other, I don't know, 35 years or something. And I met him when he and his brother, Charlie, first moved to Austin from when they were living in Bandera growing up. So we've known each other a long time, and we have shared laughter together and tears together, and we also got to share a #1 hit together, which was, you know, if you ever get a chance to have a #1 hit with one of your best friends, you should take it, because it feels awesome. So we wrote this song, and then George Strait recorded this song, and, you know, did an incredible version, because George Strait's incredible, and he took it to the top of the charts, and it has been on 4 different George Strait gold records and 3 different George Strait platinum records, and it's just done a whole lot of good, made a lot of dreams come true. And also, back in September, Josh Turner released this song on his latest album. Josh cut, this sounds like bragging, but it's just the facts, folks. Josh recorded his 12 favorite country songs of all time. There's a Waylon Jennings song on there, there's a Johnny Cash song, a Sonny Curtis song, a Chris Christopherson song, and then a song that me and Bruce wrote. It's just so neat. So here's a tune of mine and Bruce that George Strait made famous, and Josh Turner is bringing it to a whole new generation of record listeners. It is one called Desperately. Every night it's the same, I hear you calling my name. You're lying next to me. I give in to your charms, you disappear in my arms. I realize it's just a dream, but desperately I long to feel your touch. You left me all alone in love. I shake the sleep from my head, try to crawl out of bed. Today is just another day. I make the coffee for one, I turn the radio on, pretend that everything's okay, but desperately I long to feel your touch. You left me all alone in love. I got no reason to smile, it's gonna take me a while. I still love you desperately. I watch the sun going down, there ain't nobody around. I feel a night in the breeze. I keep on telling myself I don't need nobody else, and I can do as I please. But desperately I long to feel your touch. You left me all alone in love, and now desperately I long to feel your touch. You left me all alone in love. Every night it's the same, I hear you calling my name. I still love you desperately. I still love you, I still want you, I still love you desperately. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a new song for y'all, something that Brandi and I just wrote with Floyd Domino. It's a fun little number. We wrote it for the Dangerous Few, but the band hadn't had a chance to work it up yet. But hopefully, as things start to come back to what we were used to, the band will get to work this thing up. But it's a fun little tune. As I said, Brandi and I wrote it with Floyd Domino, one called To What Do I Owe This Love? Pardon me if I sound square. Looks like we found something rare. I don't know, maybe someone does. To what do I owe this love? You may be my mad affair, some unforeseen spellbound affair. No matter the reason for where this is leading, if I'm even deserving of. To what do I owe this love? Have the stars aligned? Did my ship come in? Or is Cupid taking pity on me? There ain't no explaining that sweet combination of Mother Nature and chemistry. Well, have the stars aligned? Did my ship come in? Or is Cupid taking pity on me? There ain't no explaining that sweet combination of Mother Nature and chemistry. Well, pardon me if I sound square. Looks like we found something rare. I don't know, maybe someone does. To what do I owe this love? Well, I don't know, maybe someone does. To what do I owe this love? To what do I owe this love? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Brand new song, brand new tune. It's so fun to get to perform brand new songs for people. it's extraordinarily fun when you remember them, and that was awesome there too. Yeah, I'll tell you, and I say this because later on I'm going to be reading cue cards. I've always written my own songs. I've always been blessed to, write my own material, And the very first time I was on national television, this young girl came out and she said, "Would you mind reviewing the cue cards?" And I'm going, "Cue cards for what?" And she said, "Well, I have cue cards for your song." And I said, "Oh, well, miss, thank you, but I write all my own songs, and I wrote them, so I won't need any cue cards." And then she said, "Well, it's a union thing." This is way up in New York. And she said, "So we have to have them." And I said, "Oh," and I realized I'm a guest, and I didn't want to upset the apple cart. And I mean, really, I was just so proud to be there. And I said, "Oh, okay." So anyway, so they had to have the cue cards there anyhow. So I'd never been on national television before. And they said, "And we're coming back in 5, 4, 3. And then they point and they go, "Here from Austin, Texas, the Wagoneers." And I had no idea what the words to this song was. I was like, "Oh my gosh." And then I looked out and there were cue cards for the first time in my life. I was like, "Oh, okay. Thank you, God. I'm just going to kind of coast along here. You know what's best." So sure enough, I'm going to do that very song. It's a song that was a hit for the Wagoneers, a big old chart record. And it's on our second album. I wrote it with Palermo. And now that I think about it, I also have those for sale back there. Compilation CDs, both Wagoneers, A&M Records album, plus 3 here before never released gospel tracks there. So here's the cue card song, one called "Sit a Little Closer." Won't you sit a little closer, or just come on over, or put your pretty little self right next to me, and give yourself to someone who wants you. I'm a man so blind with love I cannot see. I wish you'd tell me what you're thinking. Baby, I just gotta know. 'Cause if you're feeling what I'm feeling now, then hold me tight and don't let go. Or won't you sit a little closer, or just come on over, or put your pretty little self right next to me, and give yourself to someone who wants you. I'm a man so blind with love I cannot see. Darling, something's gotta happen. There's not much more I can take. The desire and the pleasure makes me tremble and shake. Or won't you sit a little closer, or just come on over, or put your pretty little self right next to me, and give yourself to someone who wants you. I'm a man so blind with love I cannot see. I'm a man so blind with love I cannot see. I'm a man so blind with love I cannot see. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm going to do another tune off of the Dangerous Few album. It's another song wrote with Brandi and Floyd Domino, and it's one of my favorite songs I've ever been blessed to write a part of. One of those tunes that just, when you're finished writing it, you just go, man, I'm so blessed to have gotten to write that. I don't really remember what my contribution was, but my name's on it, and that's the main thing. But it's a real pretty tune. It's one called Anything But Love. My heart tried its very best to capture love, never guessed the closest it would ever get was not at all. So I crossed love off my list, eager to explore what else there is, and bravely tossed my cap over the wall. I'll take Sherman in Atlanta, Christmas without Santa, or any portion of despair. There are, conversely, give me dreams and riches, a fountain full of wishes. I'll take anything but love. Some prefer the carousel, spinning round, standing still, all the while never gaining any ground. For others it's the moving train, enchanted by new terrain. Either way it's all the same, for I have found I'll take Sherman in Atlanta, Christmas without Santa, or any portion of despair. There are, conversely, give me dreams and riches, a fountain full of wishes. I'll take anything but love. Give me Sherman in Atlanta, Christmas without Santa, or any portion of despair. There are, give me all the dreams and riches, a fountain full of wishes. I'll take anything but Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, when I first started writing, I was a kid, and I was writing a lot of country songs because pretty simple chord progressions, and there were so many dance halls around. And I was working with the guitar player from the Wagoneers, Brent Wilson, whom I've known since I was a kid. Brilliant player, genius player. And he said, "Man, if we're going to be playing these dance halls, we need to have some waltzes." And I said, I've never written a waltz before. And he said, "Well, man, you better start." He was right. I've written quite a few waltzes over the years. That is true if you're going to play the dance halls in Texas. Everybody likes to waltz. So funny. You'll be playing a rock club up north, and they just want to hear more and more fast songs, more up-tempo. Everybody here at home wants to waltz. It's great. Love it. My mother taught me how to waltz, now that I think about it, just like everybody else. I'm going to do another tune that Bruce Robison and I wrote. Excuse me. And this was actually the first time he and I ever had a song recorded. This is even before George Strait cut Desperately. The Giesenslaw brothers, old Texas act, they were the very first group out of Austin to be on a major label. They were signed to Capitol Records in the 50s, and they were making their final record, and they recorded this song that Bruce and I wrote. It wound up being their last chart hit, and so honored to be on Giesenslaw Brothers recording. But Bruce and I wrote this song, not about Hank Williams, because there are plenty of Hank Williams tribute songs to go around, for virtually one for every living American, I think. But nobody had ever written a tribute song, about Hank Williams' first wife, Audrey Williams. And I always want to point out, now Audrey Williams, Hank called her Miss Audrey. And they had a very volatile marriage. Their marriage actually ended when he took a shot at her when she was threatening to leave him. And I can't believe she didn't choose to stay after he took a shot at her. But he actually said in court in Davidson County there in Nashville, he said, Your Honor, everybody that knows me knows I'm a great shot, and I never would have missed her if I'd meant to hit her. So, I know, such a twisted logic. But anyway, she was a terrible wife to Hank, and just humiliated him, and she was just there's just no two ways about it. She was awful. She was just an awful person. But if she hadn't been so awful, it's important to point out he never would have written Your Cheating Heart and You Win Again and I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry and all of those just exquisite heartache songs that have gotten so much of the world through tough times. So Bruce and I decided we would write a tribute song to Audrey Williams. We would title it simply, Thank You, Miss Audrey, for Breaking Hank's Heart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. Every time a woman does me wrong, I long to hear the sadness in his songs. He knows that my world's been torn apart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. There were times it seemed my only friend was the bottle and you win again. So many nights I don't know what I'd do without your cheating heart and lovesick blues. They are all I have to see me through. Every time a woman does me wrong, I long to hear the sadness in his songs. He knows that my world's been torn apart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. Sometimes it takes the darkness of the night before a man can know he's seen the light. Hank shines the light that broken hearts can see, and left this world with songs that set us free. Wish they'd done for him what they have done for me. Every time a woman does me wrong, I long to hear the sadness in his songs. He knows that my world's been torn apart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. I want to thank you, Miss Audrey, for breaking Hank's heart. Thank you. There was somebody's phone made a chirp or something, and this song was in C, and that's a C note, and just whoever it was, your chirp is a C sharp. And I went, well, that ain't me, I hope. It wasn't. I talk about my wife Brandy so much. She and I write so many songs together. She's my music publisher. She got the song to George Strait, and she produced the Dangerous Few album as well, co-produced it. And I was hoping she could be here this evening, but she didn't come. She's mad at me, so she said I ruined her birthday, which doesn't make any sense. I didn't even know it was her birthday. Thank you. She's not mad at me. That's just a showbiz joke. That's just one of those. Let's see if there's another one. So hang on. So I got here earlier today, and the bar had just opened, and there was 2 people here. There was just a fella I'd never seen before, and then just some old bar fly, trying to hustle up drinks. And she was talking to this guy, and she said, "So I had never seen you here before." And he said, "Well, I hadn't ever been here before." And she said, "Well, where you been?" And he said, "Well, I've been in prison for the last 25 years. And she said, "Well, what did you do to get thrown in prison?" He said, "I chopped up my wife with an axe." And she said, "So you're single?" That's one of my favorite jokes. I know. It's so terrible. Chopped up my wife with an axe. In 5 seconds, you're about to be laughing. I'm going to do another Wagoneers song for y'all. This was our second single, and it was a big old national chart hit, and we got to play it on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry on national television. Had Tom T. Hall bring us on. It was really a neat deal. So I get a lot of requests for this tune. It is one called Every Step of the Way. What I want to say to you, it's so hard to do, though it's been said a million times, a million ways. I can offer nothing more than what lies in store, but who could promise more anyway? I don't know if I can make the day brighter. I'll always do my best, come what may. But you can bet that I'll be there beside her, holding her hand every step of the way. I'd like to spend all time just knowing that I'm loved by you as you are loved by me. Take the gamble with me now, and we'll sooner find out how all of our tomorrows will be. I don't know if I can make the day brighter. I'll always do my best, come what may. But you can bet that I'll be there beside her, holding her hand every step of the way. Holding her hand every step of the way. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. And those of y'all watching, you got all your patronage info, your Venmo and your PayPal for me. You also have information there for Feed the Front Lines, something the Mucky Duck does. That's a program where they you can sponsor meals for first responders and people working at the hospitals, everybody that keeps us safe and going. And it's really, really a neat deal. And I said it earlier in the show, but I just want to thank Rusty and Teresa and everybody here at the Mucky Duck for keeping live music going and coming up doing live streams for this thing. And it really, virtually every gig on the face of the earth went away when all this stuff started. And we're just starting to climb back out of it. But Rusty and Teresa opened up for live music just as soon as it was legally possible. They're really courageous people, and I think when the story of this pandemic is written, particularly for Texas, they will have a unique chapter, and they just deserve all the kudos because they didn't have to do this, and they did for people like me and other pickers. Yeah, right on, right on. Love them very, very much, very much. Good people. Here's another tune off of the Dangerous Few record that you can get through thedangerousfew.com for those of y'all watching, or those of y'all here, you can just get it right there before you go to the bathroom, right there. It's for sale. But this tune is called Not Since Love Come Along. Early morning, unsure of the hour, just another day in this little life of ours. You ask if I still like this, not since love come along. Same old coffee cup, always filled just right. Same sweet lips know just how to say goodnight. You ask if I still like this, not since love come along. I love your laugh, the spell it casts, and your slow southern drawl. I even love your little moods and attitude. Baby, I love it all. I love your laugh, the spell it casts, and your slow southern drawl. I even love your little moods and attitude. Baby, I love it all. Setting sun, signal soon, familiar horizons with the rising of the moon. You ask if I still like this, not since love come along. You ask if I still like this, not since love come along. Not since love come along. Not since love come along. Thank you. Thank y'all very, very much. Hang on. Just want to get better in tune. All right. Very good. I've got time for just a couple more. I just hate that. I'll meet y'all out in the parking lot, and I'm going to sing you some more songs after that. So we'll do that. But I'm gonna do one more waltz for y'all. This song is one of my favorite songs I've been blessed to write. I wrote this with Walt Wilkins, the amazing Walt Wilkins, legendary. Oh no, one of the greatest songwriters alive. If you don't know who Walt Wilkins is, look him up, Google him, whatever you need to do, and listen to some of this man's songs. He is a brilliant songwriter, brilliant artist, and just a dear, dear soul. But he and I wrote this song. He loves Texas almost as much as I do. This one is called Lone Star Lullaby. dreamed in your moonlight, I grew in your sun. I burned up your highways, bend down everyone, everyone. I swam in your rivers, made love in your shade. You stood right there with me every step of the way, everyone. These are the fields and the hills that I love. If I ever leave, it'll be just for heaven above. Live oak and cedar and ripe prickly pear, high limestone cliffs, see forever out there, anytime. A stand of wildflowers at the first blush of spring will get you kissed quicker than any bright, shiny ring, anytime. These are the fields and the hills that I love. If I ever leave, it'll be just for heaven above. Your dance halls and jukeboxes gave me a place to be in this world and find my own way. Here I am. These are the fields and the hills that I love. If I ever leave, it'll be just for heaven above. Oh, these are the fields and the hills that I love. If I ever leave, it'll be just for heaven above. Thank you. Thank you very much. I got time for one more, and just those of y'all watching, just thank you. God bless y'all. Oh, okay. There we go. My mistake. I got tons of time. I have so much more time. Have a seat. Nobody got up. I didn't know that. Last time I picked here, I had to quit a little bit after 8. Now I get to go till 8:30. So, this is going to be fantastic. I have so many more songs to get to. No, I know. I meant fantastic kind of facetiously for y'all. But anyway, I'm going to do a tune. It's another one off the Dangerous Few record. Brandi and I wrote this song, and I've been doing a live stream every Friday since this whole thing started, and we've been closing every song with that, every show with that, and I've gotten so many requests for this song all over the world. I think it was just kind of just a unique thing of time and a place and the song. And if you get a chance to ever hear the recording by the Dangerous Few off this record, the boys did, not talking about myself at all, the boys did an amazing job. We got an amazing trumpet player and piano picker, and the boys just really did it up brown. This song is called Joy, and it has really been just a little miracle of a tune. So here's this tune that Brandi and I wrote. Hope you dig it. One called Joy. You gotta find the joy in everything you do. Try to avoid the darker avenues you must employ. The light inside of you, boy, you gotta find the joy. I don't mean to imply that this is easy. I recognize the heavy task at hand. That said, don't make it harder than it need be. There's just one simple thing to understand. You gotta find the joy in everything you do. Try to avoid the darker avenues you must employ. The light inside of you, oh, you gotta find the joy. When you find life is suddenly uncertain, and you're too afraid to take another step, don't huddle up inside and draw the curtains. Let go of no and just embrace the yes. You gotta find the joy in everything you do. Try to avoid the darker avenues you must employ. The light inside of you, oh, you gotta find the joy in everything you do. Try to avoid the darker avenues you must employ. The light inside of you, oh, you gotta find the joy. Oh, you gotta find the joy. Oh, you gotta find the joy. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to do another song off that record that I didn't think I was going to have time to do this evening, and then the time angels just showed up, and we have more time. It's another one off that record, Brandy and I, another one we wrote with Floyd, Domino, and really, just like with Joy, if you get a chance to hear that recording, it is really just moving and a grooving. But it's a fun little tune called Martini. There's a blend that's blown up coast to coast for all the grown-ups whose name epitomizes swank and class. Martini served in its proper glass. No cold beer or hot toddy makes you feel like you're somebody in quite the way the right martini can. So put the right martini in your hand. Shake, 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 martini, cause a stir, martini. Make more martini. The best bet for wet bikinis are extra dry martinis. The perfect combination by the pool. No cocktail more personifies old school. Nothing jump starts her libido like martinis and tuxedos, and the swagger that together they exude. Just mix gin, vermouth, and attitude. Shake, 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 martini, cause a stir, martini. Make more martini. Forget Mai Tais and mojitos, that's the country club mosquitoes. Just what it is that whets their appetite. Martini drinkers on a summer night. Shake, 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 martini, cause a stir, martini. Martini. Make more martini. Shake martini. Cause a stir martini. Make more. Shake more. Make more martinis. Thank you. Okay, so that's what it is. Y'all want drinking songs? Well, then, drinking songs you shall have. See, the 7 to 8 crowd likes the love songs. The 8 to the 8:30 crowd likes the drinking songs. Okay, good information. Good information. All right, folks. From Martini, y'all want to hear Martini? I'm going to do a song called Champagne. Seriously. We're just going to keep them coming. Here's another. This, actually, and Brandy and I wrote this one too. The Dangerous Few do this song, but it's a brand new song, so we hadn't had a chance to record it. But here's one called Champagne. She'll dance the night away in your arms. Perrier Jouet, your Prince Charming, to Cinderella girl. Two hearts begin to twirl into one. Fall in love, the first taste of champagne. Patiently you wait for your shot. They underestimate what you've got. Now the deal is done, and you have won once again. When the deck is stacked, 'tis your attack, champagne. Just like bubbles in the glass, none of this will last. Understand, there's no victory too small. Celebrate them all while you can. Just like bubbles in the glass, none of this will last. Understand, there's no victory too small. Celebrate them all while you can. Secretly we share yesterday. Each the other's one got away, but for circumstance we'd had the chance at love. I say la vie, at least there'll always be champagne. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. Now I can say this. I only have time for a couple more. But this has been so wonderful. Please tell all your friends there is live music alive and well in Houston, Texas, here at the Mucky Duck. And those of y'all watching there on your computers and devices, got all your patronage info there for We Musicians. And the Mucky Duck, they have shows all week long, every week. And remember them and the frontline folks, and remember the songwriters that come up on this stage. It's really, really a neat deal. I mean, we've all been listening to songs a long time. I mean, the very first professional songwriters were David and Solomon, so we've been at it a while, and it's important to support songwriters, and we appreciate y'all watching and y'all being here and all that stuff. It is, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Right now, I'm going to do a tune. You know, there's like 4 or 5 songs in my life that changed my life. I wrote that song, and then the course of my life or career went one way or the other. But just been a blessed career. It's the only job I've ever had. I started playing in front of people when I was 14, and that's the only thing I've ever had to do, and the only thing I've ever wanted to do. It's an extraordinarily blessed life. And I'm going to do a song now that was the very first time I wrote a hit song. I wrote a hit record, I should say. I thought I'd been writing a hit song since I was about 12, but actually this one was a hit record. And it was with the group The Wagoneers. And we wrote this song, and it went on the national charts and was a big hit, and just kind of told me that I belonged in the record business. And the cool thing about once you write a hit song, it gets you a seat at the grown-ups table, and you never have to give that chair away. So it's a neat deal. So do this song, as I said about Stout and High. This song here is one of the best friends I've ever had. It's one called I Want to Know Her Again. She's the best thing that ever happened to me. But lately she wouldn't know it, 'cause I haven't seen her, and I haven't told her, and I haven't been there to show it. I wanna know her again. I wanna feel she's my own. I can't remember when we spent time alone. I wanna know her again. I wanna treat her right. Find out how she's been, then hold her tight. I've been doing well here at my job, and I've heard there are big plans for me. But what do they matter if I'm too busy to see her? 'Cause without her, where would I be? I wanna know her again. I wanna feel she's my own. I can't remember when we spent time alone. I wanna know her again. I wanna treat her right. Find out how she's been, then hold her tight. Find out how she's been, and then hold her tight. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Goodness. Much better. I'm going to do a song that was off of my first solo record, and this record did a whole lot of good for me. I'm just realizing I've only done one song off this record. I should have done more than that. I had requests online for it. I wrote this tune with the amazing Brent Wilson from Houston, Texas. He went to Walthrop High School. Did I say that right? He went to Walthrop High School. I did. Okay, good. And great guitar player, phenomenal player and singer. He's lead guitarist for the Wagoneers. He's the upright bass player for the Dangerous Few, and just best friend a song ever had. Just an incredible musician and songwriter. He and I wrote this song together, and actually Houston plays into this song a little bit. I had this hook for this song that this girl has got me burning hotter than a car seat in hell. I thought, oh man, that's a great line, right? I'm so smart, you know. And then Brent, having grown up in Houston, he goes, man, you know the hottest thing in the world is a black vinyl car seat in the summertime. So what if it was black vinyl car seat in hell? He said, because, man, when I was a teenager growing up in Houston, I'd get into my car with no AC after being at the pool, and that sun would hit that black vinyl, and I would remember it. So, all right, so this one is called You've Got Me Burning Hotter Than a Black Vinyl Car Seat in Hell. So a little rockabilly number. Here we go. Baby, baby, go and fetch some water. Pour it on me so that I don't melt. Can't you see you got me burning hotter than a black vinyl car seat in hell? Every time you throw your arms around me, it thrills me so I forget my name. I just wanna let your love surround me. Pick me up and throw me in the flame. So baby, baby, go and fetch some water. Pour it on me so that I don't melt. Can't you see you've got me burning hot than a black vinyl car seat in hell? Well, I was taught to never play with fire. You get too close and you just might get burned. Ever since I gave in to desire, well, I've forgotten every little thing I learned. So, baby, baby, go and fetch some water. Pour it on me so that I don't melt. Can't you see you've got me burning hotter than a black vinyl car seat in hell? Well, baby, baby, go and fetch some water. Pour it on me so that I don't melt. Can't you see that you have got me burning hotter than a black vinyl car seat in hell? A black vinyl car seat in hell. Well, a black vinyl car seat in hell. Thank you. All right, now I really, seriously, this time I have time for one more. And those of y'all at the show, if you want to shake hands or hug, I'll do anything. I shake hands, hug, the whole bit. No, I'm not worried anything. Not scared of nothing. We got swag back there. Be happy to sign anything for you. If you want to order some from your house, we got thedangerousfew.com. We'll put you in any Monte Warden merch you want. And once again, those of y'all online, you've got all your patronage info, and remember the Mucky Duck as well. This song here that I'm going to close with, you know, it's such a blessing that I needed to play longer. One, because I get to play longer for me. But two, I get to close with this song. This song here I wrote with my wife, Brandi, and her late daddy, Phil Thomas. And Phil was a very successful songwriter. He wrote Baby Your Baby for George Strait that was on the Pure Country soundtrack, and he wrote the big hit Colorado Kool-Aid for Johnny Paycheck and Me and the IRS for Johnny Paycheck. But the three of us wrote this song about and for mine and Brandi's oldest son, Van. And Van is 31 years old, and he's a young man, very, very joyous young man with Down syndrome. And tomorrow, if you don't have Down syndrome in your life, tomorrow being March 21st is World Down Syndrome Day. And because it's 3/21, and would make somebody have Down syndrome, what makes that Down syndrome is on their 21st chromosome, instead of 2 prongs like we all have, they have 3. So World Down Syndrome Day is 3/21. And so just next time it's March 21st, you'll know that it is World Down Syndrome Awareness Day. So I'm going to send this song out because I know he's watching at his group home there in Austin. I'm going to send this song out to our son, Vanny Boy. It is one called The Biggest Little Word I Know. Some say that love is just too old-fashioned, and it ain't worth the trouble anymore. They'd rather live life without passion, never knowing what their heart is for. I say love is the biggest little word I know. Open up and let it flow. Stand back and watch it grow. Because love is never gonna let you down. Take a look, it's all around. Anywhere a heart can go, there's love. And it's the biggest little word I know. The biggest little word I know. Some make love just too complicated, insisting it be perfectly ideal, then only end up lonely and jaded, and too afraid to follow what they feel. Is the biggest little word I know. Open up and let it flow. Stand back and watch it grow. Because love is never gonna let you down. Take a look, it's all around. Anywhere a heart can go, there's love. And it's the biggest little word I know. The biggest little word I know. It's the biggest little word I know. Thanks. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Good night.